Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are over here at the NASL studio casting some great games between Empire and Mouz. Before I go into the second game where Empire is up 1-0, I do want to mention that the NSQ is coming up on February 9th. We will have the NSQ, which is the next season qualifiers. There, it will be a battle for the NASL Season 3 where we will have 3 different changes. Obviously, I said the final expenses will be paid for in full this time around. We also have the money matches, which is basically every single game in group play will be like a show match. So the winners will get money out of that. So a really big plus to the group stages and a benefit to them. And last but not least, we have a very, very flexible schedule, especially for the Koreans, that allows them to not have to wake up in the middle of the night and play. So that being said, let's go ahead and jump into game number 2 between Empire and Mouz Sports.
Yep, and as we get into the game, allow me to introduce the casters for you. I'm casting with Gretorp, who has kindly invited me to become his co-caster for the night. I'm Grubby. @follow Grubby on Twitter and Facebook, and NASL of course is @NASL TV on Twitter. Very honored to be casting these games with you. Excellent game we just had of Violet against Hasselhoffs. Now entered the second game, 1-0 lead for Team Empire, and it's a TVZ in Mouz ThorZaN versus Aristeo. Now, had you heard of Aristeo before, Gretorp? Because I know a little thing about it.
Yeah, I have seen Aristeo quite a bit. Ooh, a nice little first blood over there with the drone. But yeah, I've seen Aristeo quite a bit. I've casted games of him in the GCPL, the Ghost Coaching Premier League previously. So I have had a little bit of experience, but not too much. Overall, he used to be a random player. I know he was playing random. I saw him play, I think, Terran once, and then Zerg every other time. He will get out with that 1-kill drone, so going to go home and probably mutate into something and become something greater for the Swarm. ThorZaN,
after celebrating.
I know, man. He's so happy. ThorZaN, I actually stole this build from him. He goes just a single Marine and then Command Center. He actually gets this Refinery a little bit later, only 2 actually on gas right now. But and then he puts the third one back on gas and then gets a very quick factory and a very very stable economy. And it really,
isn't it
really
super
cool.
greedy?
A little bit. I mean, it's only greedy to people that have gone a super fast spawning pool. But if you get the regular Zerglings, actually, I do a different variation from them. I'm going to take that back.
This is like the crazy scientist build of it. 1 Marine.
Yeah, I get a much faster factory and I think a much later Command Center. So I'm going to take that back. No, maybe not. I don't know.
Well, super greedy from ThorZaN anyway. There's no way that he can stop his SCV at the expansion from dying if the Zerg had chosen to bring them. But maybe that would be a noob thing to do, to bring all 4 links. And maybe ThorZaN was banking on that. In any event, we still have time to do a little bit of background information on the players. Both were ex-Warcraft 3 players. ThorZaN was just reaching the peak of his shape at the end of the best times of Warcraft 3 esports, as he made the transition to StarCraft 2. And he used that momentum to bring all his talent and practicing capabilities and skills to StarCraft 2, and has already made quite the name for himself in StarCraft 2, of course. I know for most of you this will be old information, but on the off chance that we have new viewers, welcome very much to your StarCraft 2 esports experience. And ThorZaN, by the way, is a TSL 3 champion. That means he has it in him to be a champion in StarCraft 2. He also got a spectacular 2nd place in the Valencia DreamHack Invitational. That's in Spain, not too long ago, where he did a 2-3 against Dongrego in the finals, a Korean Terran killer specialist. But for now, and just a really quick info on Aristeo. He was a Night Elf player in Warcraft 3, never really anyone very known, but he has played 2 Clan Wars so far in the NASTL in StarCraft 2, lost to JYP on the first playday, and beat Destiny on the second playday. So someone who can take games off of very good players.
Yeah, definitely. Aristeo is one of those players that has a huge range of builds. I've seen him do anywhere from very aggressive macro builds to very aggressive micro builds, and it looks like he's doing a very aggressive micro build this time around. It looks like a Baneling, Roach, Zergling bust, and this will prove to be very powerful. Now, the first initial Roaches, is he actually going to show them right away? Yes, he's going cross-map, and ThorZaN's Hellions are just a bit out of place, and they don't actually spot this coming out. So that's going to be very troublesome. These Roaches are going to go unopposed. There's no bunkers up here. ThorZaN in a ton of trouble.
And only now ThorZaN knows about it. If he checked yet, now he sees the Roaches, and now he knows, uh-oh, I better get behind my supply depot wall. 4 Roaches coming in there, all the bio running up the hill. Roaches only now taking their first shot, spitting acid saliva on the supply depot, and the Hellions see the Banelings being morphed in. He brought all his SCVs home, he's gonna hide behind the wall, and probably he's gonna lift off his orbital right away and wall off in time. Now, he's gonna lose a lot of supply depots, but this is pretty low economy attack.
Yeah,
Banelings gonna blast.
Yeah, and there's
Double supply depot. Ouch.
And that's going to put him in the red very easily. Now he's going to clean up the other 2 supply depots. And ThorZaN just getting absolutely punished for not building a bunker. You know, it's just such a low economic cost for it. But he wasn't expecting his opponent to do this. You can see the double medevac drop was about to come out here. He is on... whoa, he's actually going to just go and do it as it is. This is really risky.
Whole base undefended.
Oh my god. If Aristeo obviously poked up at all, he would be able to just completely thwart anything that his opponent was doing. Now I like this. ThorZaN looks like he's taking the expansion. Yes. It looks like he's super ready to actually push out.
Yes,
and this is
so
the
smart.
subtle things that pro players do, but in reality, he's actually going in for this big counterattack. And look at this, Aristeo is completely undefended.
And now he even lands the orbital. That's a funny side effect of it. Gonna kill a lot of drones here. Well, just 3 drones actually. And it's gonna just snipe the hatchery and get out. No problem.
Yeah, beautiful. Wow. And ThorZaN, just like that, gets back into it. Of course, no Banelings around. And he picks up and just gets the heck out of there. A nice way to negate the advantage that he originally has. And look at that. Both of them equal supply. Income tab showing ThorZaN with the advantage.
Holy Batman, seriously, because he flew that orbital. That was so smart, like he was ready to just come stimming down the ramp. And Zerg never got suspicious because of that. And then he could actually land it the moment that he attacked. So it was like, it seems counterintuitive at first, but it was just genius on so many levels.
Yeah. And that kind of stuff, I mean, like, as the Zerg player, that's exactly what you see. Oh, the Orbital Command Center is down. He has a ton of units back at his main. He's ready to push out. I have to be super careful up there. Boom. There comes that harass, and you're like, ah! Now, Aristeo might have had the chance to actually bust into his opponent's base and do some damage that way. Maybe a missed opportunity, but we can see another drop on the left-hand side. 3 Overlords being caught off here. Again, ThorZaN just getting these little tiny inches to obviously get back into the game and, well, maybe even pull ahead. I think he's ahead at this point.
Yeah, he's very far ahead now. He's extremely far ahead. Zerg might have been wanting to be looking at the 3rd base right about now. And like you said, he could probably have busted up the ramp in response, but might have lost critical moments in the case that would not have been possible. It would have required some quick maths on his part to say, okay, there's no way he has enough defenses to hold this right now. But you know, for the same chances, there would be a bunker and a tank there, and would just be relatively nullifying those Roaches. So he never took the chance. Didn't feel like he could possibly miss the timing on that. Wanted to run home to defend, but was too late. And didn't manage to do either one. Neither bust successfully nor defend successfully. And in this way, ThorZaN just put him on checkmate almost. Or let's say check.
Yep.
Because it's not over yet.
Yeah, so with checks, oftentimes you do have tempo control. That's exactly what ThorZaN has. He has all the map. He has the position. And look at this. He's getting ready to take the top left-hand base. Command center already in queue over there, so he's actually expanded faster than his opponent, and that is bad because Aristeo, what is he going? He's going for double upgraded Zerglings and Infestors, and Infestors are excellent against pushes. right? You're coming towards you, so you can obviously clean up and slow down things and then get your expansions. They're not good at busting up positions and trying to take over positions.
Yeah, definitely not against 4 siege tanks in siege mode.
So a lot of different problems for Aristeo at this point. He's going to try to bust up his gold expansion. He has taken the left, or he has blown down the bottom right rocks. Looks like this drop will finally get cleaned up, or at least they will, go ahead and retreat back. But overall, ThorZaN is looking really, really good this game.
Yeah, and the Marines are now in vision. They're gonna attack the links. Don't know the Infestors are there. By rights, all Medivacs should die and be lost here. If he does it well, it's being done well. Infested Terrans, 1 more fungal growth done, and he will take down both Medivacs. But on the grand scale of things, a relatively small victory, particularly since there's another group of 8 Marines here frying some drones.
Yep, that's going to be very advantageous. Now look at the upgrades. 1-1, ThorZaN is at 1-0. He's upgrading 2-1 as we speak. 2-2 on the way. But what I love about ThorZaN is he's slowly inched up and taking the center control. We saw him back near the gold, his own gold expansion. Now he's all the way in the center. Need to be very careful. And those siege tanks need to be sieged up. They're not. Oh my god, that was very, very scary. A lot of really good fungal growths before the siege tanks could actually siege. Could have happened. And then obviously he would have been in a bad position, but ThorZaN now taking complete center control. You need to be careful for those counterattacks at this point. Gold expansion has been taken, and in the top left-hand expansion, ThorZaN is already, he's looking really, really strong.
And ThorZaN, is he somehow sensing the possibility of a counterattack? He is. Lynx coming in, there's no defense to speak of. He will have to stim home and run home. Lynx won't do too terribly much. Instant liftoff there by the supply depots. Most of the Lynx already got taken out, and he's immediately running his SCVs away from that third base. Not losing many SCVs at all.
Big counterattack in the middle. He's trying to reclaim center control. That's a lot of infestors. Not really doing too much. He's going to target them down with the siege tanks. Oh, God. Aristeo could not have done that. GG comes out. And ThorZaN's going to take it. And Mouz Sports is going to clean that one up. So a 1-1 for both of these teams. Grubby, let me hear your analysis, man.
Yeah, I just want to say running in 10 infestors into 6 tanks is apparently not an advantageous fight. That's something we learned from this game. For the rest, it was just beautiful. ThorZaN got put on the back foot and handled it like a pro.
Yeah, he did. I mean, all the subtle things that we mentioned about him and how he got back into the game, it was just so cool. I thought, honestly, he was completely dead.
Yeah.
He lost, what was that? Maybe 6 supply depots, including that call down supply. So like 5 supply depots, but still, that's a lot of minerals to be losing. He did lose a couple units here and there. And it was 2 base against 1 base. Zerg is in the best position possible. And the only thing that, Zerg has to worry about is those kind of, counterattacks. But from there, they can play completely standard. So a little bit of slip up from Aristeo, but I have to say overall, great play by ThorZaN. He's going to take it. And
of course, Aristeo is on paper definitely not the best. Not the better player than ThorZaN. So I don't begrudge him for trying a strategy like that.
Yeah,
and it would have worked against a number of Terrans. I think you said you thought ThorZaN was dead. I think that's in many cases probably an accurate observation. But you have another level of player who cannot simply be killed off with one single all-in or semi-all-in. And there's a lot of correct decisions you have to make after that. They're not dead. They won't say GG yet. That means there's still a chance for them to come back and win. And that's what happened.
That's what happened. So congratulations, ThorZaN's going to take it. We're going to move on to Game 3 between Mouz and Empire in a little bit. Everybody stay tuned. We'll be back. This is the NASTL.